Welcome to a brand new episode of In the Den with MusaMajic, a very special episode because we have a very special guest here for you today. I'm talking about two-time gold artist and DMV super producer, Tone P. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, brother?
It's great to have you on the show, man.
Appreciate it.
So tell me how you got started as a producer.
Man, we go back to the Napster days.
Okay.
That made me sound old.
Wow,
right?
that's like 15, 16 years ago. Okay.
And that's from, just being interested in, like, I didn't even know, like, listening to Missy Elliott and Genuine Records and Clips.
Okay.
Like, we just listen, me and my cousin used to just rap. Like most, black kids, most kids in the hip hop, you just listen to music and we just like, man, let's just freestyle, let's rap, let's see who had the best rap. So just competing against each other, just being cousins or whatever, we first cousins. And yeah, man, and that's how I got into rapping, and then started rapping around my neighborhood with the other friends. We started making, just sample demo songs. And one day, my cousin Craig came home, but he was like, yeah, man, my friend gave me Fruity Loops as a beat program.
Okay. I'm
gonna try to make the beats, and I was like, yeah, you do that. I'm gonna continue rapping. And if that went on like for a year, and then I, indirectly, me and him always together, and then I picked up, I just started messing with it one day, and then.
Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, you guys started the Best Kept Secret, correct?
Right. And actually, who I'm talking about, that's who I started Best Kept Secret with.
Okay. And if y'all don't know who the Best Kept Secret is, the producing team, they did a lot of Wale beats early on in the career. And if you ever heard, hey, it's the Best Kept Secret, that's y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now it's just them. It's been Tone P for the last 5, 6 years.
Okay, it's been Tone P for the last 5 years. All right. So, I mean, for y'all who don't understand the Fruity Loops, can you explain to them what Fruity Loops is?
Yeah, I know it sounds sketchy, right? Fruity Loops, it's a production software program.
Okay.
And it wasn't pretty popular when we first started. And I'll tell you this, I got a story too for you. So when we first kind of, bust out into the scene, I keep it 100. I just say it what it is. And I was out reselling beats, because I was selling them for $50 and $25, $75, maybe a package $300, $400. And in my mind, I'm like, nobody can own nothing for $100. But I'll go resell this, But my whole plan in doing that was to just circulate the word of the beats.
Okay.
Like, man, yeah, the beats is fire. Even though they, people saying this, that, and the other. Yeah, I had people like showing up to beat competitions with Fruity Loop shirts on with an X through it.
Wow.
Because the program was hated on and they just hated us.
It was like taboo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like nobody used that. It wasn't popular. It was like if you didn't have a motif or a Yamaha or some big goddamn, sorry, I can't cuss right.
Do you think?
Oh, and no big hardware or analog machines or MPC player.
Okay.
You would look down on.
Word.
So we was like kind of the first, way before Soulja Boy bust out with a hit, way before like you start hearing the Metro Boomins or the Lex Lugers. Like we busted singing open with that like early
Okay.
on.
So that's before the internet age. How are you
Yeah.
in such a small market? Because we know DMV is not a huge hip hop market. How are you getting these beats out? Like, how are you distributing these to people?
To be honest, I was different back then. When you're younger, you got more.
That hustle, you.
You got more mouth.
Okay.
You got, your mindset is different. But like I said, I in college I went to Elizabeth City and I was there and I decided, I did my research and I was like, I don't want to say this really at college because I know we have Morgan State, but I'm gonna tell my story. This is my story.
This is your story.
I don't encourage nobody to do it, but this is my story.
On MusaMajic TV here, we speak our truth, nobody else's truth, but our truth.
I sit down and make a 7-month plan and I'm gonna make beats every day in my room. Literally. That's all I did. I made beats and I ate. And I sat down and I made a plan and I said, in 6 months to a year, when I leave here, when I go home, it's grind time. And when I got home, in 6 months, things were on the up and up. Like literally, I started, hitting the studio with my boy Two-Face, your wild boy at 93.9 at the time.
Okay.
He was like the Quicksilver.
Yeah.
DJ Alizé was like the Quicksilver and he was the personality on the radio and they was just like the two main guys in the city. And they were just, they liked the ambition, they liked my personality, like, the music, and they just liked the whole package. And, for me, Craig, my partner at the time, he stayed home and really made a lot of the beats. And I went out and started pushing them. But then I was at home making beats too, but he had more time to do it because he didn't go out. I was a go out person.
Okay.
And yeah, man, so I just started circulating just beats all over the place, like literally just everywhere. And you just heard that tag, hey, it's the Best Kept Secret.
Word.
All over the place.
There's always a discrepancy in hip hop and people seem to forget what a producer is and what a beat maker is. So can you kind of describe the difference and tell me what you are? Are you a beat maker or are you a producer?
I got good questions.
I try.
That's a good
We
question.
have great questions here at MusaMajic.
Yeah.
We only provide quality content for the culture.
So a beat maker is somebody, and I've seen a lot of this when I started going on tour, and we started meeting at different camps and just being in the studio making music with people. And I recognized, I was like, wow, there's a lot of beat makers that's using the producer the title of producers, because nobody's gonna say beat maker or beat made by. They're gonna say produced by. And I'm like, wow, because like a real producer like DJ Toon and myself, but I'm gonna say Toon, I'm gonna use him as an example. Like when I got with him, me and him connected when we did Wale's Ambition album. I did 5 records. Well, I did 4 records, and I wrote the hook for Ambition.
Okay.
On that record, We're Lost to Meet. When he was in the studio when I did DC or Nothing, and he saw that day, he was like, "Young boy, he's a producer. He's not a beat maker." And he showed respect and offered me a room in his studio to just work out of and just kind of like just build together and whatnot. But like producers are they are in charge of the entire record. They are they're the cream of crop to making the entire record. Like you're in charge of the lyrics, you're in charge of overseeing the production, the post-production, the background vocals. You put that together.
Like composer in a
beat
sense.
making, they come in and they play a beat and they pick it and you never hear from them again. Like it's a lot of people like that. They come in, they be like, oh, they play a beat, and then you probably don't even recognize. They probably getting high in the corner somewhere, smoking what's legal now, right, man?
Decriminalized, but word.
All right, bet. all right, so they just do whatever they doing, and and you just won't hear from them, and it's like they didn't have any effect on like the outcome of the record besides like just making a beat versus like when I did Love Hate Thing for Wale.
Okay, with Sam Do?
Yeah, with Sam and Stokely from Mint Condition.
Okay.
The lead singer.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah, like that it shocked me. Trust me.
Wow.
And he was all my people like, hey man, how do you do this? I'm like, bro, you Mr. Pretty Brown Eyes. Like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
You're in my computer?
That's a gem dropped on MusaMajic TV. Stokely from Mint Condition.
Yeah, shout out. That's my big brother.
Is on
shout
a Wale
Stokely,
record.
man.
You didn't know that.
That's one of the best. Oh, him and Toon were my favorite OGs.
Wow.
Hands down. Good dudes. But like when we made that record, me and Sam Do was just in the room to give you this story for a producer, and I was playing the conga, Sam was playing the piano, right? And we was like, oh, the groove it was dope. So Kev was recording it while we was doing it, and then I was playing something, a sample, the drum loops. I could play everything good enough to just call in somebody who really can play to do it over. So I was playing on the drums, and I was like, I'm not gonna record this because I did like a sketch loop, and then Stokely came in and did the actual loop. And so I laid the drum pattern. I came up with the drum pattern, but I didn't lay it down. But I came up with that. And then fast forward, most of the beat was kind of made, just everybody kind of pitching in. And then what I did was they couldn't get the sequencing of the song right. When I came back in, they were just like, man, we stuck. It's dope, but all we had was like Sam Do saying, and I was like, you know what? All right, let's just take it like this. Cool. I need to cut everything right here. Let Sam just come in with just the backgrounds, fade the piano in, do this, bring this in, and blah, blah, blah. And I did, and I sat there in front with everybody, and I just organized that record right there, and boom.
So records like Love, Hate Thing and Bait, a lot of people say they don't know that records like these are going to be hits, but when you were producing records like, did you know that these were going to blow up and be as big as they were? Because these are 2 very big songs.
No. To be honest, like when you're in a moment, when you're creating as a creator, you don't really think about like how big a record's gonna be. You just like live in a moment, make the music as good as possible, and cherish the time that you're spending with other creators, and just try to make the best music with them. Definitely. And then you go into the next record. It's that simple. And you worry about the success, and you let the audience and the fans, you let them do that.
So why Ambition is your favorite? I see you got Ambition tatted on your hand and everything. So
yeah, we all got it. Me, Wale, Trey, Rick Ross, G. It's a few of us, because it changed out. This album changed a lot of our lives. Like, it was like us coming out of a hole, which we was being dragged through the mud around the more about nothing phases, and really trying to get business established, and like finding our way as like up and coming artists and producers, and as a crew and as a unit, and Ambition was like when we all kind of got it together, and things just started being on the up and up, like so we just this was everybody got it in Atlanta, just
and
respect for the album.
You wrote the hook on the title track of that album. Can you tell me a little something about that?
So the song was Ambition. Gotta love me for my ambition. With Ross and Meek, I wrote that hook. Actually, it was a beat I made in Philadelphia when we was on tour for the Ambition tour, and I was just writing a bunch of stuff to some of my beats, and I went in and I kind of and I just laid. They went to do a video shoot somewhere, and I stayed in the studio with magazines from MMG. We just stayed, and I just cooked up a bunch of hooks. And when he came back, he was like, "Yo, that hook is dope. I don't really like the beat, but you know, the hook is dope." I was like, "Cool."
And that's a very
like I told you, I just don't think about. I'm not married to any of this stuff. It's all ideas for us to kind of collectively put in a pot and keep moving. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. And then he got a T- beat from Drake producer.
Okay.
And when I heard it on it, I was just like, oh, this the hook I wrote. I was like, oh, this joint sounds dope. And then I heard Ross and Meek on it, and I was like, when that happened? And then the video came.
And it just happened so fast. Wow.
I was like, oh man, this is cool. Now it's up to like 30 million views on YouTube, and it's like a dope song that everybody knows and whatnot. Definitely. I was like, man, that's kind of tight. I mean, it's you know, because Bait was my first kind of like record. Yeah, I'm actually on the record. I wrote a hook, and I'm actually featuring the record. And how I missed the video, don't even ask me. You're not even getting to that. Like, I missed the video messing around with Popeyes in the
Popeyes to get you messed up in these streets.
In the airport. I got a face full of chicken, and I look, I'm like, did I just miss my flight?
Wow. Stay away from Popeyes, people. You miss flights when you eat too much Popeyes. All right, so you're here for a reason, of course. You're here to talk about Who Got Next TV for the people who don't know about it out there. So can you tell them a little something about Who Got Next TV?
Who Got Next TV? A lot of people kept asking me to do talent shows and open mic, and that for me just going to, you know, just various open mics across the country, just, you know, from over the years. I just always see, like, it never really amounted to much. Like, it's like most people throw a talent show, throw an open mic or a showcase, and it's like, oh, you win 4 hours at this random studio in the city, or you get like a video or photo shoot. And these things are cool, but it's like, what's next? What's the next level? Where's something that's really gonna change somebody's lives and really make an impact, that's really gonna do something? And I was like, all right, let me just throw a showcase. And, you know, I'm signed to Universal Music Publishing, so, you know, my winnings is, I'm like, you know what, this can actually help an artist, like, you know, just the promo of just them being at Universal, you know, just helping out in that aspect. And I did the first show a couple months ago, I think September or October or something like that. And it was super dope turnout. The auditions went well, and then the showcase was at Blind Wino in DC. And I actually have the winners here today.
It's a dope venue. Okay.
Yeah, I have the winners here from that showcase today. Artist Cooley and the producer Satsu.
Okay.
This time around I'm only doing artists, but the first time I did artist and producer. And yeah, man, like the idea of it was to just really move artists in the right direction on another scale. Because people aren't really they're not really changing people's lives. They're really just, honestly, to be straight up and to be 100, they just trying to make some money. You know, they just like, all right, we got this little package. They making a little couple dollars. They might make $2,000 or $3,000 from it. Keep it on out in the open. You know, a couple thousand, but that's it. It stops there. Versus like, think big. Think bigger than just making money from people. Think about really helping somebody. The more you help, the more you will get in return.
Definitely.
You just got to learn how to not be selfish in between. And most people are selfish. It's just a human trait. That's just what it is.
Definitely.
You know, and the ones who learn that art of learning how to, you know, not be selfish, they flourish. You just got to learn how to do that, or learn how to like get in tune with just yourself in a different way. You know. And so for me, I did Who Got Next. I'm opening up now. I just opened up from that first show. You know, the energy was so dope. I was like, man, you know what? I got connections around the country from being on tour with Wale and just really just being a hustler, just moving all around the country. And I was like, man, I'm gonna do this in every major city across the country. That's it. I'm gonna do it. And once I put my mind on something, I do it. It's not again.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? In this month, I just started the idea last month, and I'm already confirmed in 19 cities. You know, I probably end up doing 25 cities. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all the winners from each major city from the showcase and bring them to DC for the national showcase. And the winners of that showcase will win a $25,000 record deal, and they get flown to LA to record their album in LA.
This is groundbreaking, everybody. I want to take a step back. Say that one more time. Say that one more time for the people who didn't hear you the first time.
So I'm hosting auditions for Who Got Next Talent Competition, national talent competition in 20 to 25 major cities. And the winners of the showcase in each city will be flown to Washington, D.C. for the national throwdown from all the winners of all the other cities. And then that one winner in that city will win a $25,000 record deal and a trip to Los Angeles to Universal Studios to record the album.
So you heard it here first. Who got next? Tone P is going all around the country. So artists, you can stop emailing me because Tone P is looking for you. I got 2 of the winners here. Can we bring the winners up? Would y'all like to? We're here with Cooley, Sasu, and Tone P. And you guys are the winners of the first date, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right. So explain to me what that entails. What did they have to do in order to, win the spot?
So they had to go through an audition process first. And the audition process, it was like about 70, 75 people that came through.
Okay.
And 25 people were advanced to the showcase at Blind Wino. And at the showcase, he had to compete against, a couple of people. They both had to compete against a couple of people. To 25 guys, and here the winners, Cooley and Sasu.
Okay, all right.
I mean, the performances were like great because we had like Ellie Els, who was super dope, in C3. We had, they call it SMG. We had what's your boy King?
Yeah.
King was dope. It was a few. I mean, literally, man, it was tough. It was like a super anybody would have been impressed with the performances, but Cooley pulled it out, with the judges, and Sasu pulled it out as well as
definitely dope. And both these gentlemen from the DMV area, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Just want to clear that up. I live in the DMV, but I'm originally from New York.
I'm happy you said that. Some
Even
people,
Queens, right?
Yeah, I'm from Queens.
Queens get the money. Shout out to the director Evie. She's from Queens, but I hear she's really from Long Island. But that's neither here nor there. So, Cooley, correct?
Yeah.
So they've been telling me,
Bars.
Tone P told me you got bars.
Bars.
I don't really, I might believe it, but we only got a little bit of time. So in this little bit of time, can we get some bars here on MusaMajic TV?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What camera am I?
Any camera.
Any camera.
Let me talk to y'all right quick. You see, I'm hard body. Ain't Biggie yet, but demigod body. Woo! Young Perseus, so we can get it cracking. Son of Mars, more bars than Adams Morgan. I ain't baller yet, somehow this still your chick I'm courting. I'm DeAndre Jordan with this, the salt and the SWAT with hits, rational rapper, but that don't mean I ain't down with ish. Ground and pound the beat, be like water with flow. B is a man to men, B is the man to, that's all y'all get without paying, bro.
That's all you get without paying here on MusaMajic TV. And if you don't pay your dues, then for me, you really can't do nothing.
Cooley up next, man. Cooley up next.
Cooley up
and
next.
Sasu up next. They got an EP coming real soon. Man.
Okay,
let's get it.
Definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah. Tone P got Who Got Next TV coming up real soon. Where can we catch that? Cause I know the people want to see it.
For the next showcase that is currently we're opening for people to sign up now. It's at whogotnexttv.com.
Okay.
That's whogotnexttv.com.
All right.
Slow it down.
So we're gonna have that come up right here.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's where you can sign up at.
Definitely. And can you let the people know where to follow you at social media? All of you guys, actually.
You can follow me at Tone P Music, and you can follow Who Got Next at Who Got Next TV.
Okay.
Yep.
You can follow me at Cooley47 Music on Instagram and Young Yellow 47 on Twitter. And remember, the skies ain't safe, bruh.
And
you can follow me on the gram, only the gram though. Sasu the Prince,
ASU the Prince, spelled out correct. Know what I mean? Making moves. Who got next?
Sasu want to be low. He don't want his women to know that he got a Snapchat and WhatsApp.
Just the gram.
And you know where you can follow me, MusaMajic. That's MusaMajic on Twitter, Instagram, and all the good stuff. You've been here in the den with MusaMajic. I want to thank Tone P for coming out. Thank you so much, good brother. Thank to Cooley and Sasu, and thank to Jasmine So Social, always providing the greatest content. Right next to MusaMajic TV. You've been here. We out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to MusaMajic TV. We out, baby.
Peace.
And that is